Okay, next we have Spike. What you would do is you'd put the white down for the eyeball, and since I'm not doing a mask on this one, I'm just kind of doing his face. I'm just going to pretend like I put the white down, so I'm just going around it. And he has more of a big back head, and then the closer you get to his eye, you come down, just like the ponies, flick out. And then you paint it in, fill it in, and it's more of a circle shape. Pretend like it's a circle, and then just add his little snout at the bottom of it so it comes all the way in, does a straight snout, and then it curves back in like that. So he's just this cute little dragon, has a little head, and then the bottom of his mouth is a different color. The bottom of his mouth is a light green. So now what I do is I finish that little circle shape with green and create that same little tummy shape that I did with the ponies, where it's almost like a backwards S. If you go the other way, if you're going forward with your ponies, it's follows down and then curves back. And we can make his little shoulder too, which is really skinny. His shoulder is tiny. And then his little belly area kind of starts. If there's no room on the kid's eyebrow, you can always adjust this differently. So there's that. Okay, and then we have his little spikes on top of his head and his cheek. So on top of his head is like a dark green. Okay, and he has kind of like a mohawk. It goes really big and bubbly. Second one is bubbly, a little bit smaller. Then it goes to a third one, and the last one is really little. And they all kind of go a little forward. Okay, and if you want to add any shadows or lines, he has little lines too, which you can do in black, but again, I always say black is pretty harsh, so it's nice to stick to the colors you have. Then he has a really light little fin coming off side of his head. 2, 3, and because my page is still wet, it's picking up the purple on skin. It would already be dry. 2, 3, and just filling things in. I always like to mix my colors and add like green highlight and different color green. Okay, he does not just think boys don't have eyelashes, even though we know that's not true, but the less girly the better. He just has a little rainbow arc, and I go from really thin to thick, and then it comes back down to really thin again. And then he has a different kind of eye. He has a color and then a little bit of black. So I'm going to do a green eye first, and again, just like an oval, just like the other ones. And then black will go in it in just a second. It's still damp, so I have to wait. And then I'm going to use a really dark purple to outline, because again, black is harsh. This one, they actually have the line go like this through this, the little spikes, and then again, it's flat with a little flick in. He has a U-shaped nose, and his smile actually doesn't go up into like a smile. It just curves and follows all the way down. And then you finish it up with the back side, give him a little eyebrow, and if you want to give him a hand, he has a little webbed hand. Okay, and then we outline our green on the top. I'm going to use black for this because I don't have a dark green on me, just so you can see. So he's got his little, oops, going the wrong way on plastic. And he has little bumps, and then he has this little fin on the side. And then he has his chin and his tummy. And in dark green, I would normally put his little lines, but they stop right there. And then he has a little tooth. And usually I add a little shadow so you can actually see it when it's in white, just to give it something. He has a little sharp tooth hanging down. And then to finish it, we just, if you have some white on your brush because you did the tooth, you can always add highlights just to kind of keep working it off your brush without wasting it. And that white is supposed to be a highlight, but of course I messed it up. And then we take the black and do the little thin eye. Okay, and finish it. Use a little bit of white for a highlight. I always say to make the character come alive, you add a highlight to it. And there you go, there's a little spike, and whatever you do to that is up to you. The more you want to work on it or add to it, go for it. Just because I have a second, I'm going to add a little flare to show how you can jazz them up. Since again it's a boy, I might do simple designs. Okay, and then you could even do spots in purple. Just keep in the color scheme. That's the trick, is not going outside of the color scheme. I know I'm obsessed with Spike. I think he's so cute that a lot of girls have asked for him, so it's not like this is just a boy design. But teardrops are a bad thing to do with boys. I usually will find a way to do like kind of a tribal-y dagger look, just to make it less pretty, less cutesy. You want to do black on some design around it, go for it. But these are just flicks. I'm just pressing down and letting my brush do the work. And again, pinkies are always important. I'm just trying not to stick my hand back in the wet paint. And you can always add shadows, whatever you need to do to make it better. And then there you go, there's your little spike.